Hello, people. Once again, it's the all-powerful Napo here, god of holy wrath and bullshit, and host of Dementia Radio's Rant and Raven. No beer tonight, but I do, in fact, have vodka, so we can do vodka. I know you can't actually tell if this is, in fact, vodka or, water or some shit, but it is, in fact, vodka. So we're all good. Now, today, I want to talk about something several of us know by now. Several of us don't. I don't know what the fuck that lead-in meant. Basically, what I'm getting at is, tonight I agreed with a Republican, and it's not a good thing. Now, as many of you know, I am a misanthropic fucker. I just plain do not like people. I mean, I didn't used to be a misanthropic fucker. I used to actually like people, I think at least. But after doing my radio show for nearly 4 years and working at the Mall of fucking America for over a year, I've learned to really, really fucking hate people. I have often said that people should stop fucking breeding because then we have more people who society will need to pay for it, but we can't afford them. I think that's a correct statement. I think that the more people that are born, the more people we have to take care of as a society, and we can't afford to take care of more people. So, cap it. Your vagina's not a clown car. However, you know what I don't do? I don't use my slightly aberrant opinion to try to take money away from government programs and poor people, and I also don't use my hatred of people as a political platform for governor. Enter Lieutenant Governor Andre Bauer, who is, I might point out, both a fuck nugget and a nugget fucker. I'm just going to read you quotes right now, and then I'm going to respond. But because he is both a fuck nugget and a nugget fucker, and because I am from Texas, from the South, and I can actually pull this off without sounding too hateful, and also I'm a radio shock jock, so fuck the lot of you, I'm going to read Lieutenant Governor Andre Bauer's comments in the most drunk-tastic fucking hick voice I can muster. My grandmother wasn't an educated woman, but she told me as a small child to quit feeding stray animals. You know why? 'Cause they breed. You're facilitating the problem if you give an animal or a person ample food supply. They will reproduce, especially ones that don't think too much further than that. And so what you got to do is you got to curtail that type of behavior. They don't know no better. So we're going off the understanding of someone who you've already admitted wasn't highly educated. How in the fuck do you think she's going to have anything worth saying when it comes to decision-making for an entire community? Right? She doesn't know how shit works. She's stupid. You just said she was stupid. That's what you started with. And where the blue shit do you get off on saying poor people are like stray animals? That's what he said. He equated poor people to stray animals. Are you fucking listening to the kind of shit some of these politicians are spewing? Don't feed poor people because they'll breed? How is that a political platform? What is this? I can show you a bar graph where free and reduced lunch has the worst test scores in the state of South Carolina. You show me the school that has the highest free and reduced lunch, and I'll show you the worst test scores, folks. It's there, period. I need another fucking drink. You know what, Bauer? I can show you a bar graph where high poverty levels has the worst test scores in the state of South Carolina. It has been scientifically fucking proven over and fucking over that high poverty levels correlate with poor test scores because high poverty levels mean hungry kids, a bigger gap between the poor and the rich, and poorly funded schools. But you don't give a fuck about that shit because that means you'd have to actually deal with the poverty levels. No, you'd rather just talk about how poor people should be good fucking poor people and die in the streets instead of, do something about the poor people. So please, do go on. So how do you fix it? Well, you say, look, if you receive goods or services from the government, then you owe something back. There are no repercussions from accepting government assistance. We don't make you take a drug test. We ought to. We don't even make you show up to your child's parent-teacher conference meeting or the PTA meeting. Tell you what, fuck mother, you promised to put regulation in that I get paid time off for my crappy-ass $8 an hour job in order to make it to PTA meetings, that I can't get fired for taking that day off, and that I get paid enough money that I can take time off every so often so I don't have to smoke weed to relieve the stress that's built up so powerfully in my head that it threatens to make my head go fucking boom, and I'll consent to drug tests and going to every single PTA meeting. Deal? We can't afford to just keep giving money away. Oh, so that'd be a no then. Gotcha. You don't actually want to make it possible for parents to have time to raise and deal with their children. You just want to talk about how poor people should fucking die off. They can continue to have more and more kids, and the reward is there's more and more money in it for them. Instead, the government should place incentives in its welfare programs, such as providing child care, so parents can work or receive education so they can break the welfare cycle. Okay, actually, that's a pretty damn good idea. If we got some kind of program in place where we could give people state-funded child care so that they could work and not have to worry about calling their dear Aunt Bernice to babysit yet again, I think that might do something. That is an actual solid suggestion and an actual answer to the problem you're bringing up, which is there are people stuck in a cycle of poverty that they cannot possibly fucking get out. This is how the system has been set up, and I get that. And allowing for government-assisted childcare is actually an answer. So kudos on that one. But none of that changes the fact that we have a Republican politician saying point blank, I think poor people are no better than stray animals, and we should let them starve to death. Why the fuck aren't the Democrats all the fuck over this? If a Democratic politician had said this, it'd be the biggest news item for weeks. Bill O'Reilly would be blabbering about how it shows the liberals don't really care about the poor. Limbaugh would pop an Oxycontin and start yammering about how he likes to fuck little boys in Taiwan. Dogs and cats living together, mass hysteria. But because a nugget fucker of a Republican says it, the only media that picks it up is the local newspapers and a stoned drunkard yelling into a microphone in his basement. Where are your balls, Democrats? Where's your get up and fucking go? Where has your teeth of old gone? Where is the party that signed the Civil Rights Act? Where is the party that got behind Roe versus Wade? Where has gone thy strength and spirit, so lost as a dove upon the wind? I've given up on the Republican Party at this point. I've given up on most people who just sit idly by and think that everything the Republicans do is great. Oh, but they're not Republicans or Democrats. They just vote their conscience. It just so happens that their conscience is coincidentally a registered Republican and a member of the Rush Limbaugh fan club. I don't understand why the fuck my people are unable to actually ball the fuck up and do their fucking jobs. I don't understand why my people, the people on my side of the political aisle, seem to be unable to roll up their sleeves, swing a good uppercut, and actually do something with this. Okay, there are no ways to pretty that up. He said, point blank, you are facilitating the problem if you give an animal or a person ample food supply. They will reproduce. He said that we have to stop feeding poor people because they breed. He said that. And the fact that the Democrats aren't all fucking over this is the saddest thing ever. Until next time, this is the all-powerful Nate Boy saying, if I cannot move heaven, then I will raise hell.